Start over. It is 4 o'clock, so I will call this September meeting of the Greenwood Economic Development Commission to order. Let everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much.
Goodness, they taught me that when I was young. I never get it now.
Could we please have the roll call, Secretary?
Mr. Brennan?
Here.
Mr. Spindler?
Present.
Mr. Bell?
That me? Here.
Yeah. Mr. Merrill?
Here.
We have 4 members of the commission here. Move on to new business. Did everyone get a chance to review the meeting minutes from March 6th of the last meeting?
Yes.
Any discussion, corrections? Anything else? So ask for a motion to approve those meeting minutes.
Make a motion we approve the meeting minutes.
Randy motions. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? So we have the approval. Next topic is Aspire invoices. It's a new one to me, so are you presenting that?
I am presenting this.
All right. State your name.
My name is Greg Wright, City Controller. This is something that the last several years, this commission has been asked to fund the business guide half-page ad for the city in Aspire's member directory. The 2025 business guide cost is $1,107.23. We generally pay this from your promotional budget line item, which is under your other services and charges. So I'd be asking for approval to the finance department to pay this on behalf of the commission.
Has the ad appeared?
I would assume so. The invoice is dated July 27th.
So the guide's been printed,
Yes.
that you know of.
Yeah.
If you don't have any questions for the controller, I would recommend a motion to ratify placement of the ad in the Aspire Economic Development and Chamber Alliance member guide and approve payment invoice for that ad in the amount of $1,107.23.
That motion.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, passes. And the last item is the 25 budget. I heard mention of, well, budgets here since you're Mr. Controller here.
Greg Wright again, City Controller. As was presented to the city council last night, the property tax reforms that went into effect this year are having a pretty significant hit on our revenue streams for 2026. Our intention for the EDC budget is to remain flat for fiscal year 2026, keeping the promotional budget at 5,000, and then your budget lines for the board members, recording secretary, office supplies, and all that stay the same as well.
Thank you very much for that. Any other discussion or questions?
The only, I guess, question I would have is, I'll go through those minutes from the council meeting, but is there anything that was cut from the budget that would be appropriate for us to look into kicking out?
The biggest thing this year is that we have frozen salaries, so that would be something that's kind of out of your guys' purview. Most of the other stuff is going to be delaying capital. 2026 is the smaller of the 2 years losses, so really 27 is going to be the one where we will probably have to look at cutbacks For 2026, it's more of a freeze everything and hope it doesn't get as bad as what they predicted.
Okay, thank you.
Rick, just one question for clarity, because we go over this from time to time. The things that we are allowed to approve or spend the funds on, what falls kind of inside of their big view and what falls outside?
I mean, the line item just says promotion of city business. So that's been a fairly broad category. You know, from my department's perspective, it's something that just has to be defensible to the State Board of Accounts as falling within state law and, you know, under that purview. I would have to review any ordinances as far as the creation of the commission to see if there are other limitations on what they want funded via the EDC.
You know, we definitely cannot fund anything for a specific business, just an individual or one entity, is that correct? Has to be,
that I'd have to look into, but yeah, I don't think we have any provisions right now for doing like a direct grants
Right.
Type deal to anybody.
Yeah.
It's more of trying to promote as a whole the come to Greenwood, build your business here, expand your business here, good place to live, you know.
Broad advertising, I'm stretching here, but if we were to even go so far as to try and promote via billboard or something, would that fall with them?
I would suspect that would fall within. Again, I have to review the ordinances surrounding the EDC as far as what falls within that purview, but to me, that sounds like it could be a promotion of city business expenditures. You know, like something like with the art on the trail stuff that you guys did this year. You know, that's something that we would consider a quality of life type project. So those types of things where it is something that hopefully becomes a draw for people to want to relocate into Greenwood. It's something that, you know, everything with our park system, we tend to consider a quality of life type project where we're looking at what sorts of amenities, what sorts of things can we provide that make this a nicer place that people would want to be, both for relocating their business or, you know, as we move towards a heavier income tax system in the next couple of years, relocating wage earners to live here so that their income taxes would then come to the city.
So if someone like a Central Nine or anyone around were to do like a science fair or even English Hauser,
We got one coming up in 2 weeks.
could we promote within that the city by doing some type of advertising?
I would suspect so. I know that
City's had a booth there.
we've had a booth there. The CDS engineering division has had a booth there last.
Well, there was a flight simulator there from the airport.
Yeah, the Experimental Aircraft Association has something.
But if there were other, like I said, educational institutions or something
Yeah,
like
there was
that.
some way to kind of promote it, you know, whether it's job readiness or those types of things, that's another thing that you know, kind of fall under that purview of attractive businesses, because if it is something that is promoting, you know, our workforce and helping to make them ready for certain types of jobs that maybe higher manufacturing, you know, things that require a little more skill set, that would be something I would suspect could fall under that purview as well.
I'm just trying to figure out where we just spent money
Same.
all these years.
I actually like the idea of
I
that.
never thought of that, that's good.
I actually like the idea of that.
Well, that does the promotion thing like you were talking about, and allows us to actually spend the money on something that we are approved to do and do good with it. So that's,
And I'm not interpreting the laws here, that's not what I do, but that's just from a common sense point of view. It seems to me that while, you know, maybe your former company that you retired from is holding that, we're advertising for the whole city, not for one company, so.
right.
Yeah, we have, just a comment on that, there are all the manufacturers and businesses invited to participate in it. It's not a single company event, so benefits the entire community.
So when it comes down to the legality side, there is also just, keeping in mind that it is funded via tax dollars, so there are some limitations there, whether it's can't be spent on alcohol, can't be spent on, certain things,
Yeah.
political campaign type stuff, those types of things are definitely prohibited just because of the source. So, that's part of the legality side that we want to keep in mind.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it because I've preached for years that we need to draw more talent and draw more companies that are focused on high-end manufacturing and AI type businesses. So if we can use something like this to go out and do the research and say, look at our base, our education base, it's here, we are ready for you, and let us show you what we're able to do.
I think a couple of years ago, this commission actually partially funded a study with Aspire as far as mobile workforce and some of that too. So yeah, there are things along those lines too that make sense that maybe can help with that promotion of the city as a place where, hey, you can move here, we've got great infrastructure, and then you work remotely, and maybe you're working for a company in Silicon Valley, making a couple $100,000 a year, but paying income taxes and you're doing it.
Yeah.
Great for everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, so we know what our budget is next year. We still have some remaining this year, so I guess it's just a matter if we would have another request at the next meeting to spend the remainder. All right, any other discussion or comments about the budget? All good. Any other topics or comments from the commissioners on anything else? Any comments from the general public? All right. Nothing else. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second. A second. So this meeting is adjourned. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thanks.
Thank you.